Welcome back to Justice for Giancarlo Fisichella in Formula 1 98, and round 3 brings us to what is to date the last ever Argentine Grand Prix, held at the only venue ever to host this event, the Autodromo Oscar y Juan Galvez in Buenos Aires. Last time out we pioneered a brand new overtaking manoeuvre called the Old Pause and Pass, which the FIA has subsequently outlawed going forward. However, if my children do urgently need anything, they have said they will let it slide. So that's good. You're currently seeing footage of me practicing this circuit, which, as I speak to you, I haven't filmed yet. So we're going to cut to future me to see how I feel about driving this circuit. Thanks, past me. It's total whack. As expected, all of the long corners are painful, because the car doesn't turn, so you have to yank on the brake to get it to turn. Also found some more bugs, which I know isn't revelatory, kind of like seeing a rainbow flag at Pride. It's not a surprise, you just expect to see them. So I cut this out of the last episode, but when I was doing my car setup stuff, I cut out a bit where I saw my brake balance had gone all the way to like 13% front and mostly on the rear. I'd not set it to that. In fact, in the session, I'd upped the brake bias to move it forward, because that will help turn the car and bring the rear around. I come to today, and you may have spotted that actually in some of the practice footage, I was understeering and locking up under braking, and I wasn't getting any of the weird power sliding movements anymore. So I then upped it to a more normal level, and lo and behold, when I go back out on track, the power slides are back. So in the background, it's changing my settings. Now, some of you may have realised, why am I starting on this page instead of in the car for qualifying? Well, that's because this time, where you've started on track is after the pit entrance. And that means I can't just start the session and drive straight into the pits. I have to at least use up a qualifying lap to just end up in the pits. Oh, it's a good job I'm not on a flyer, Alex, is it? Now, before I advance time and get my laps in the real qualifying session, the 1998 sweep of Häkkinen poles and all McLaren front rows was ended. David Coulthard on pole, Schumacher second, with Häkkinen and Irvine occupying row 2. The top 10 was neatly packed with 5 different constructors, McLaren and Ferrari occupying the top 4, and then Benetton, Jordan and Williams taking the rest of the spots. For the second race in a row, Alex Wurz outqualified Giancarlo Fisichella. Oh, and Schumacher now splitting the McLarens. Coulthard shouldn't be doing any more laps, in theory, but he might. I've just realised, coming around on my outlap, I completely forgot to set a qualifying target. So let's go for, again, Fisichella's 10th seems a bit easy, but I still think I'm going to struggle more because of how much I hate driving this circuit. So let's just aim for... maybe I should take the 10th. Now let's say top 6, so we can start the race at least in a point-scoring position. I'm not sure. This might be humble pie time. And you join me on my first flying lap of the session into turn 1, and you'll get a little flavour of what most of the lap's going to be like. A ridiculous power slide. You can see by the shake of the head I'm slightly disgusted by it, but really it's one of two options. It's either power slide it round, or you have the awkward fumbling of the brakes to rotate the car. Turns 4 and 5 are supposed to be smooth, but again, it's just awkward braking just to get the car to move. But turn 6 is the pièce de résistance. What should be a smooth flowing corner is just completely ruined. Fortunately, turn 7 escapes unscathed, just a little let off the throttle, and you can actually hug at the inside and take it quite smoothly. But that sweet relief is destroyed almost immediately as we power slide it into the infield. Double left-hander now, down through the gears just to get out of the second one, and we head towards turns 13 and 14, this slightly awkward chicane, which is awkward at the best of times, but even more so now. We have to again over-brake to get the car turned down to first gear, almost 30 miles an hour for up through the gears towards the final turn. This one definitely needs a good power slide to get round it quickest, and despite that untidy lap, I noticed something as I head to the line. No. That was atrocious. And a big help of that is the power sliding, which I know some of you might think, well, why have you put the brake bias back to where it was? Why would you not have it set so it behaves more like a Formula 1 car? If you're going to beat it, you're going to have to play it on its terms. I had the same discussion in the comments recently of my video playing Indy 500. Stop trying to treat it like it is a full-on simulation. I only do that because I enjoy the immersion. But if a game is so far away from what the real deal is, you just have to approach it on its terms. And if that means having to yank on the brake through corners you wouldn't usually, or power sliding it, then so be it. It doesn't bring me any joy, but at least we're doing okay. I think that sums up the difference between this and Formula 197 in a nutshell. In Formula 197, you can get absolutely hammered by the AI, but still have a really good time. In Formula 198, you can absolutely hammer the AI and still have an absolutely awful time. Despite that really positive start to the session, interestingly I didn't get anywhere near that 118, struggling to get under the 1 minute 20s, and I had multiple incidents where I span like that in turn 1. We are 3 for 3 on pole positions in Formula 198. I actually don't feel good about it. Why is this the only game I'm nailing? This is awful. 2 seconds clear of David Coulthard for the second race in a row. He is just behind us. Schumacher third. Hakkinen fourth, though. Much closer. Wirth still doing well in fifth, ahead of Eddie Irvine. Frentzen just missing out on a top 6. Ahead of Hill, Alesi. Again, Jacques Villeneuve all the way down in 13th. Really struggling. In the real 1998 Argentine Grand Prix, at the start it looked like normal service was being resumed as Hakkinen overtook Schumacher into second, and it was a McLaren 1-2, but Schumacher repassed Hakkinen and overtook Coulthard, and in fact it was pretty bad for Coulthard. He ran wide, then kind of tried to overcompensate by heavily blocking. They touched wheels and Coulthard was off in the grass, and Schumacher ran free. He made his 2-stop strategy work over Hakkinen's one and won his first race of 1998. Fisichella finished 7th, just behind a recovering David Coulthard. Target for the race. Do I go to win a second race in a row? Sure. I can't believe every single target so far this season has been win the race that we're doing. But I wasn't able to better that time from that lap, and I had a few offs. So I'm going to have to be careful that I don't power slide too close to the sun. Okay, weather forecast now on a run of 2. Can we go on a run of 2 as well? Away we go. No revs at the start. Oh, but this time Coulthard and Schumacher. Oh, both McLarens. Right, we're going to try and go to the inside. Oh! Oh, no! No, come on! I nearly ran David Coulthard off the road then. That was a bit naughty, but karma hit me immediately, and I switched down to neutral for the 3rd race in a row. Okay, so that's, I think, Coulthard that's gone ahead, I assume. Once again, for the 3rd race in a row, we do lose places on the opening lap. Let's see. Oh, no. Don't touch the grass. And let's see if we can reel them in. God, that is so clunky through that chicane. I mean, it's clunky everywhere, but... Oh, come on. There we go. Right. It is still David Coulthard ahead of us from Schumacher, from Hakkinen, a Lacey and Ralph Schumacher. Oh no! No! No, no, no! Oh, crap! Oh, oh dear. Oh no. No, 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 no. Quickly back past our teammate. Oh, are you... Alex, are you taking the piss, mate? Why would you do that? Well, 2 consecutive laps in a row and I've gotten the first corner wrong. The first time, shallow angle, nearly ran Coulthard out of road, then power slid it round. To control the power slide, went down 1 too many gears, neutral, but fine, we got away with one. If anything, I probably would have felt bad having barged Coulthard off the track at turn 1. And then second lap around, did exactly what I've been doing in the remainder of qualifying. I'm just overcooking it into 1. And I mean, that would, in any other circumstance, be an unsafe rejoin, but I wasn't about to sit there and wait for the entire field to pass me. Oh, whoa! What the hell? What are we doing? The car started sliding before I was even on the brakes then. What the hell happened there? The car started sliding at a really odd moment then. Don't think I was on the brakes. That just felt so unnatural. Well, this is f***ing abysmal. Okay. I need to not talk now. That's Come on. Oh, this is not good.
You want to see me do it again?
Boring.
Oh, what is that? What are we doing? Damon. Oh, for God's sake. Oh God, that was an unfortunate move. Ah, that was off. I can't believe I'm stuck behind Damon Hill. Come on. I'm being very tentative on the brakes and the downshift into 1 now. Which I do think is now obviously making me a lot slower than I was. No! Good Lord. I said this would be the one that lulls me into a false sense of security. But it actually double whammied me as we finally get past Hill. In the sense that it gave me quite a good qualifying, a great qualifying, and then waited for the race to... Oh, bloody hell, Eddie Irvine. Oh, nice to know I'm not the only one having a bad day. There are a couple of cars ahead, though. A little bit of a train of cars, okay. Might not be completely lost cause yet, but Coulthard is a long way away. I think those 3 consecutively horrible turn 1s. Not even the first one, to be fair, because I was still second. The second 2 laps. Oh, for God's sake, I've binned it off today, haven't I? Hell, even if I'd not shifted down to neutral on lap 1 and taken the lead, still would have absolutely thrown it away on the next 2 laps. That corner's just the worst. It's just so awful. Come on, there's still a train of cars here. Thing is, I can't really power slide around the corner when there are cars there. Ooh, apparently I can. Oh my god. I wouldn't say I was in complete control of my motor vehicle then. There we go, much steadier approach to turn 1 that isn't losing me loads of time. Trying to get up the inside. Oh my god, what? I mean, they've already done that once to me, that shouldn't be a surprise. Yep, there we go, that's it. Oh, dear me. I lost me a bit of time. God, we are chasing down Jos Verstappen. Ooh. Not come anywhere near my qualifying time. I'm starting to think that that false sense of security was brought on by a pure fluke clap. We still have Eddie just behind us. Oh, for God's sake. To a complete stop through the chicane. We are running out of time. Yes, up the inside. Oh, well, that would have been a good move if the arrows of, I'm guessing, Sarlo, is that? Or is it Deniz? Didn't just break right in front of me, but let's see if we can get them to here. Yep, come on. So after all that slugging off of Villeneuve, he's got a point today, and I don't. Oh, and it's Alex next. 8 seconds away. Is it going to be too little, too late? Oh no! Come off it! No! In hindsight, maybe the game was doing me a favour by moving the brake bias. That might be going back a few clicks for the next race, I think. So once again... Oh, go on! Oh! Off, Jos. That was actually a really good move. Don't get salty. Right, I'm not being funny. Why did that just do that then? Okay, I've been able to replicate that random event, and it still feels as random as when it happened the first time. What just happened there? There's just no reason the car should have snapped like that. What are we doing? Oh, I really want to get back ahead of Jos Verstappen. Bloody hell. Oh my god. I can't believe that's worked. That's just unhinged. Come on, stay ahead of him. Well, one thing remains true between all the F1 games. Argentina in the dry is the place to be humbled. So, David Coulthard wins. That makes it 3 different winners from the first 3 races of 1998. Michael Schumacher is second and Häkkinen third. John Alesi continues his really solid form in fourth. Ralf Schumacher scores his second lot of points for the year. And Jacques Villeneuve from 13th to 6th. Yeah, I think I must have just absolutely fluked that qualifying lap because I didn't get anywhere near it in the race. And touché Formula 1 98 for not just making the whole weekend hell, just the race for maximum pain. That makes things pretty interesting in the standings. It is a 3-way tie at the top between Coulthard, Häkkinen and Fisichella, whereas Schumacher's just 2 points behind. Are we about to see a season-long 4-way fight? That would be quite fun. Ralf Schumacher moving into third, Alesi into fourth, Eddie Irvine, his lacklustre start to the season, he's still down in fifth ahead of Frentzen, but both Williams in the points now as well. In the Constructors, as I kind of said last time, McLaren are more likely to consistently get both of their drivers in the points more than anyone else, and they race into a bit of a lead now. They're 15 clear of Ferrari. We drop to third, we're just 1 point behind. It's helping us that Irvine isn't having the best time of it at the minute. I just hope Wirtz can get moving, so maybe on my off days, which it's clear we are going to have some this season, he can compensate. Well, we got through it, in a way. We're still leading the championship, albeit tied with Coulthard and Häkkinen, and we head to San Marino, which should be less of a nightmare. Still a nightmare because it's still inside Formula 1 98, but less of a nightmare. That's what I'm holding on to. I think to Fisichella, San Marino is effectively his home race, so I would like to do really well there. So hopefully we can get things back on track next time at Imola. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the season so far. I thought after turn 1 I'd settle in, and to be honest with you, I was expecting to have a little repeat of Brazil and duke it out with Coulthard for the win. Boy, did that not happen.